Good morning, Natalie Rose. Hi there. Welcome to practice. I'm so glad that today we might hear some machinery in the background, but it's like a block that way, and then there's some more a block that way. So it might not be too bad. Yesterday, they were jackhammering the pavement, like literally right in front of my house, and all day. I couldn't have done practice. You wouldn't have been able to hear anything I was saying. And also, I couldn't get out of my driveway because they had 5 trucks there. So it was, I couldn't even go somewhere else. And apparently, Kevin Spacey is filming a movie in downtown Dunsmere. And so the main street of Dunsmere was closed and will be closed again this weekend. So I had to just surrender to the process. And thanks for your patience. And I'm happy to be back today. We are on our last day of the month of Isis. It feels like it's gone by so quickly. A lot has been happening. Let me fix this here. I don't like it. It's tilted the wrong way. There we go. Big month, a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles. And it's my opinion that, we don't go to the deities to say, please change the world and make it better for me. That we go to the deities and we say, please make me stronger so that I can deal with this world. And, please send me the strength and the qualities and the information and the support that I need in order to live in this world. Oh my gosh, this thing. It's like hell bent on not be okay. There. Okay, sorry. So when we are, saying prayers to Isis, asking her for help, for assistance, for succor, for rain, we're not saying we won't do our part. We're saying, help us do our part. So that's what her messages have been for this month. Now, next month, we're moving into the month of Magu in the Mount Shasta Goddess Temple. And Magu is a Taoist Shan that is an immortal. She has with her the crane, the deer, peaches, cannabis or hemp, and she also factors in with the rising and diminishing of the oceans. It's said that Magu is so old that the oceans have completely dried up and refilled 3 times during her life cycle. So, or during her immortal cycle. So we're going to be working with her. There's so many layers to Magu. She's got a healing aspect. She's got a nature aspect. She's also connected with, Taoism. So we're going to be looking at the Tao. And I've been trying to think about how to best go about it. And I think that what I'm going to be doing for our divinations for September is that I'm going to get the Tao Te Ching, the book of the Tao Te Ching, and each day I'll bibliomantically flip to a page and read that section of the Tao Te Ching. In the past, I've tried to do different I Ching divinations and things like that. But this year, and before that, I did like a plant oracle. But this year, I'm really feeling like we want to seat the wisdom of the Tao within us. And, for people of all different paths, the Tao is available. If you read the Tao Te Ching and you can see the simple truth of it, that it's not actually religious. It's actually a guideline for how to live. Then you can really start to adopt its wisdom into your life in practical ways. And I'm myself, after this month of emotional highs and lows and intense obstacles and challenges. I'm feeling the need for that profound pith wisdom. So that's what we'll start tomorrow. But for today, our last time with Isis. Oh, where is my, here it is. Nehes, 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 Nehes Emhotep, Nehes Emneferu, Nebet Hotepet, Weben Emhotep, Weben Emneferu, Nutjert an Ankh, Nefer Empet, Pet Emhotep, Tu Emhotep, Nutjert Sat Nut Sat Get, Merit Osar, Nutjert Asha Renu, Anech Brak, Tu Aatu, Tu Aatu, Nebet Aset. Awake, awake, awake. Awake in peace, Lady of Peace. Rise now in peace. Rise now in beauty, Goddess of Life. Beautiful in heaven. Heaven is in peace. Earth is in peace. O Goddess, daughter of Nut, daughter of Geb, beloved of Osiris, mother of Horus, goddess rich in names. All praise to you. All praise to you. I adore you. I adore you, Lady Isis. Our final divination for this month. What is the message, Queen Isis, that you leave us with? Soul retrieval, deep soul healing with the goddess. Isis, the healing goddess, offers you spiritual restoration and deep soul healing through the art of soul retrieval, reclaiming pieces of you that have been lost through traumas old and new. Soon you will enjoy greater wellness, energy, and power, as well as the opening of gifts and soul abilities that you did not know that you had. Did you know that pieces of you can become trapped in the past, in traumatic experiences in relationships, even those long since gone, because part of your power remains with another? This can happen because of permission subconsciously given for them to hold a piece of your spirit. The time comes for such permissions to be revoked and the pieces of self to be reclaimed and restored to the soul. The Lady Isis is a master healer and goddess of deep soul restoration. She now guides you to make peace with the past and to reclaim the lost pieces of your own soul. The time has come for you to take yourself entirely into your own possession, to call back your soul from trauma in this lifetime and others, to give yourself back to yourself wholly and completely. In doing so, your life will flourish, infused with greater energy into beautiful new forms of expression. Isis calls the soul back into wholeness again. Her passion, determination, and unfailing love for her beloved Osiris restored him from being dismembered, distorted, and fractured version of himself into a whole divine being once more. The oracle of soul retrieval guides you to forgive and to reclaim your own power and energy in totality now, even if the trapped energy is so unconscious that you do not even know that you are missing a part of yourself. Searching for any inner places that feel incomplete or draining is a way to commence the process of soul retrieval. Forgiveness can be a good place to begin the work more consciously. This is hard spiritual work sometimes because we want to be right, or we want to feel justified in what we feel or perceive. We don't want to be harmed again by allowing inappropriate behavior. In the action of forgiveness, you are simply reclaiming your energy from the situation, the person, or the experience so that your energy is at your disposal instead of being trapped in their energy field. What is most likely to occur is that the person, place, or situation will simply fall away from your life and be released. You are not opening yourself up to attack. You will be wiser and stronger for your forgiveness and for the ability that forgiveness gives you to reclaim your spirit. You will have more energy, and with no further effort, you will actually move on, not just in mind or body, but in spirit. This oracle also indicates that you have healing abilities, that you are capable of channeling soul energy to help others forgive and reclaim their spirit too. In my experience, it's a lot easier to do this for others than it is to do it for oneself. You hear me? How about you? Does that sound right for you? I find it much easier to hold that space for someone else than I do for myself. And that's a lifetime of patriarchal indoctrination telling me that my vision of service should always be selfless. There's a lot to unpack here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna stop reading. What else is said here, though, can be summarized in like 2 or 3 sentences. That basically, you're not opening yourself up for attack. That's where we left off. Priestess Shananda says, "Yeah, the divination I received today was from the Mother Peace deck, the Judgment card, represented by the Ankh. That's one of the amazing symbols of Isis. The deep love of Isis came to me." And Shananda says, "Yes, for me as well." Um, there's a lot of us who probably have that experience where we feel like it's easier to hold space for someone else's trauma than for our own. And oh, I've got some things to say. Okay, what else this says is that if you are a healer for others, you have to remember to cleanse your energy field of their traumas and their pain periodically, which makes a lot of sense. We all do need to do that, especially those of us who offer like readings and divinations or who are priestesses in our communities. It's very easy for other people's psychic ick to get stuck to us. But not only that, it's also easy for people to end up offloading onto a healer the things that they don't want to deal with themselves. So, for example, if somebody has a relationship with a partner who is mean to her, and she goes and talks to a priestess or a reader, diviner about it, and then that reader diviner is like, you know what you know. This isn't going to work. You already know it. Your reading says you already know it. Your reading says, why are you not setting better boundaries for yourself? Why are you not demanding that the person that you allow into an intimate space with you truly treat you with dignity and respect? And then if that woman decides to go back to that person, that partner, it's going to be you as the reader that she then has to cast her aspersions on. She has to say, well, that was a bad reading, or, well, she just doesn't understand, or, whatever. Even if that person, even if she knows you're right, sometimes she will project upon you to blame you as if it was you who did something wrong. That happens a lot. And to be a diviner and to be a truth teller, somebody who's willing to say uncomfortable things out loud, it is not an easy life. And it can mean that not only do you risk having parts of your own life conscripted into the service of another's energy field because of time you've spent with them or listening to them or helping them with their problems, but it also means that you sometimes become the dartboard at which they throw the darts of their insecurity about reality. It's we kind of talked about this before. I think last month with Baba Yaga, we talked about how it's not that the witch who predicts that the crops will fail has made the crops fail, but because the witch could see that the crops were going to fail, she will also be blamed for the crops failing. We have to be very conscious as priestesses to not do this to each other ever, and to not do this to ourselves, and to not allow this to stick to us. I have been dealing this past month with something that feels to me to be so cloyingly sticky and painful and difficult. And I've been sort of searching for where it came from. And a couple of sources have been revealed, and I've been working through it, and trying to work through it by asking for honesty and truth and deep presence. And so far, unfortunately, no one has really been willing to meet me in that space. But even still, I'm not going to be bearing the stigma of other people's failings. That's not mine to bear. It also doesn't mean I'm going to be judging them for their failings. I'm just going to see their failings for what they are, a normal human process, as well as I see my own failings, a normal human process. We're all here to learn. So, soul retrieval can be about reclaiming the parts of ourselves that we've left scattered all over, amidst other people. But it can also be the cleansing of the things that are not ours and offloading those things so that we're not carrying more than our own load. I'm pretty sure you'd all agree each of us has our own heavy enough load to carry. We don't actually need to carry someone else's. So today, let's do this active soul retrieval. This is one of my favorites exercises, and we can all do it right now. So just go ahead, close your eyes, and envision your body as an ankh with the head, arms, body. And that ankh is golden and shining, and it is protected within an egg of iridescent rainbow light, sparkling, shimmering rainbow light. Now, look deep, 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 deep within yourself. Really allow yourself to feel all the way from your tailbone up through your spinal column, up through your throat, into your head, landing at your third eye, piercing through your crown. Feel that coursing energy of your central channel. This is the hollow bamboo tube through which spirit descends into the world, and from which the wisdom and experiences of this world are gathered and transmitted back to spirit, so that the divine all intelligence has material to work with. Envision all of the sludge that could possibly have accumulated within your central channel. This sludge might include accepting others' opinions that you don't really agree with, receiving the projections of others where they're misjudging you, mischaracterizing you, or layering you with their own dramas and problems as a way so that they can outsource those things into the world because of their own pain. Think about everyone who has used you in some way or taken advantage of you in some way. All of those energies are crowding in the central channel, a thick sludge. But just as the Nile River begins with a muddy sludge and the effluvia and detritus of a year of drought until it floods again, it eventually runs clear. The early part of the rising of the Nile brings with it sticks and rocks and garbage and everything that needs to be cleared out. And as that river swells, all of that trash is pushed along the channel until it ultimately dumps out. The water can run clean and clear behind it. Run the water of life from your womb or womb space up through that central channel, down through your legs, down through your ankh, clearing that sludge. Envision that hollow tube, that hollow bamboo of your central channel, your river of life, is cleansed. And as you cast that effluvia out beyond the sphere of your glowing, gentle rainbow egg, you can have gratitude for all that you've learned as the result of difficult experiences and let them go. And now that we have some room on the inside, let's call back into ourselves anything, any aspect of our life force, our wisdom, our intelligence, our love, or our energy that we may have scattered, dropped, misplaced, or misentrusted outside of ourselves. Perhaps we've wanted someone's approval very badly. Perhaps we've wanted a resolution to a conflict, but someone is unwilling to talk about it. Perhaps we've placed our faith in an individual only to discover that their flaws and difficulties are a disappointment to us. Perhaps we've placed our hope and trust in friends who are not able to show up for us. Perhaps we've placed our bodies and our intimacy in the hands of lovers who have devalued us or dishonored us. Whatever energetic motes of dust of your being are scattered in other people or other circumstances all around the cosmos, call them home now. Envision these particles of light floating. Some are racing, some are moving very slowly, but they're all drifting toward you now. The great sea of energies, the energetic web of existence is being resonated with all of your call to your parts of yourself that need to come home. And they're coming. And as each aspect, that broken heart, that wounded heart, that compassion that was not reciprocated, that judgment, that self-blame, whatever it is, as that energy passes through that iridescent rainbow light and settles in the ankh of your being, it is cleansed, refreshed, made pure, rejuvenated. That which was dry, parched, and cracked is nourished by the clean, clear, healing waters of spirit, in this case, your own spirit. Allow the clean, fresh, clear water of spirit, all of that life force, to flood into that central channel of your being, nourishing, uplifting, cleansing, purifying, rejuvenating you. And that is our short bit for today. If that's what you were here for, I hope that this was helpful. You can do this visualization whenever you need it to help you to reclaim the parts of your energy that have been given unwittingly, sometimes unwillingly, to others, or left in situations that are beyond your control. And if you have the time and inclination later today, you might want to try spending some time with your drum or your rattle and really calling home any part of yourself that's gone missing. And one of the ways that you can know that a part of yourself has gone missing is that you find that you have certain triggers, like thoughts that whenever you think about them, they sink you down into a despair or a sadness. When you feel sunk down by the memory of something that's happened, if you feel like someone's name comes up and it hurts you, that is where you need to put your energetic attention and draw out your life force from that place so that it can be reseated inside of you. All right, now let's begin our Guanyin practice with 3 prostrations before the shrine. I know I feel better. And let's take refuge. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention a person, place, situation, or circumstance that will benefit from today's practice. Today holding a sling. And let's recite the Four Immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering for Guan Yin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Omahum. 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 Reverently I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guan Yin, remain until the end of samsaric existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. 108 recitations now of Namo Guan Yin Pusa, asking Guan Yin's blessing as we work toward our retrieval of all the aspects of ourselves that contribute to the overall Buddha nature that is inherent within us. Namo Guan Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Yin Pusa, Namo Guan Yin Pusa, Namo Guanxin 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 Pusa, Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. 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 And Brief Windhorse Practice of Tara by Patrul Rinpoche. Lume Chuksum Shidang Chetsunma Gyayum Pagma Drome Jintuyi Daki Sisu Pajornyan Draknam Yarnu Dadang Yarji Sushindu Kipar Kaje Wangtang Lungta Nam Nyampa Sushing Chetu Gawa Long Chije Lekpe Lamdu Drowa Dang Sering Nime Dedang Denshur Shi. Through the blessing and power of the unfailing Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, and of Jetsunma, mother of the Buddha's noble Tara, may our lifespan, merit, prosperity, and renown increase like a waxing moon, like a rising summer lake. Especially may our good fortune, Wangtong and Windhorse, be healed when they weaken, rejoined when interrupted, raised up when sinking down. May whatever we do turn out well, and may good health, long life, peace, and happiness be ours. Lume Chuksum Shidang Jetsunma Galyum Pakma Drome Jintuyi Taki Sisu Paljornyan Draknam Yarnu Dadang Yarji Sushindu Kipar Kaje Wangtang Lungta Nam Nyampa Sushing Chatu Gawa Long Chije Lekpe Lamdu Drowa Dang Sering Nime Dadang Danjur Shi. And now 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum, calling out to Guanyin and asking her assistance in helping us to send radiant and positive light out into the world as a countermeasure to anything that's become heavy, angry, dangerous, cloying, or otherwise ill-favored in our lives. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for all of our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lama Dechin Yeshe Wangmo. Susti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of Supreme Bliss, Yeshe Wangmo, be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings, so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guanxin Pusa. Let me close with a bow to Guanyin, a bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher. And glad that folks are putting your counts in the comments. Thank you so much. We're going to have a big update of our temple's counts of mantras in the next day or so. We're well over 360,000 of our million. So good job, everyone. Clear out the old, open up and allow the new in. Today's a new day. Be back tomorrow.